Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos.
Here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, hey. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to my boy DZ. Where's my ATB crew at? I haven't said this in a long time. ATB crew, show your face. I don't even think they rated us today, but show your face if you came from ATB and welcome in. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys for spending your precious time with us here on the Frankie Candles live stream, where we do 2 hours of just straight TA, essentially. Maybe we got some shout-outs in there, maybe some giveaways, but basically we're doing 2 hours of TA, guys. So thank you for spending your precious time with us. I appreciate every single one of you guys, and I'm not just saying that. But hey, if you're here, guys, you might as well smash that like button. Every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on that wheel of pain and pleasure. If we get 850 likes on today's stream, I will spin that wheel 20 times, and that will wind up resulting in a whole lot of crypto being given away to you guys. Yeah, if we hit 850 likes, not only will I spin that wheel 20 times, but I will also I'll spice up the giveaway a little bit. Maybe we'll do some merch. Maybe we'll do a free month of the premium Discord. I don't know what we'll do yet, but we will add something. We'll add a little spice to the sauce. But guys, we have an amazing show for you guys tonight. We're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin as it's still just sleeping here in that sideways range. So we will be talking about Bitcoin, and then obviously we will cover the alts later in the stream, guys. But really, we will be taking a look at Ethereum today, as, again, Bitcoin is still just kind of moving sideways. Again, we will check in on it, give you guys basically my sentiment. Am I leaning bullish? Am I leaning bearish? Has my sentiment changed? Or are we just basically staying the same as we've sentiment basically staying the same? What am I trying to say right now? Has my sentiment changed, or has it just been the same, and is it going to continue to be the same, in today's stream and maybe for the rest of the year? Will Bitcoin ever break this range, guys? I don't know if we're ever going to break this range. It feels like we are stuck in this range forever, but you guys know, Mr. Ripples, dude, you popped up out of the corner of my eye, and I thought your name said something different, but that's just me. But anyway, yeah, guys. Choking on myself here. Yeah, guys, we are going to be taking a look at Bitcoin. And I don't know if we're ever going to, you guys know when price ranges around in these tight, narrow ranges. Typically, it does mean there is some exciting price action right down the road. But as Ethereum has broken out of its local range, guys, and as you know, we look at Ethereum, or for the past couple of weeks, we've been looking at Ethereum, seeing it lead Bitcoin or front run Bitcoin on a lot of the signals. So could Ethereum be giving us a little bit of a signal saying that Bitcoin might follow suit? Or is Bitcoin just going to dump based off of all the bearish signs we've been looking at over the past 2 weeks? We'll take a look at it all tonight, guys. But before we jump into it, guys, don't forget to smash that like button, and let's go ahead and say what is going on to the CandleMafia before we go ahead and jump on into the charts, because we do have some interesting stuff to look at. Let me just make sure my... there we go. All right, boom. All right, let's say what's going on to the Mafia. Shout out to Post. Says, got the $100 Bing X sign-up bonus at Frankie Candles. Thank you very much. Shout out to Post. And guys, we will be releasing a video about Bing X, which obviously is an exchange that I have been testing out for a couple of months now. We really, really like it. And there are some features on Bing X that are super exciting and different than what a lot of these other exchanges offer. But yeah, they actually, exciting news about that offer, but you guys will have to wait for the... You guys will have to wait for the video to come out to find out what that, not surprise, but there is something cool going on with those deals. I do believe all those $100 bonus fund deposits have been claimed. It was only for the first 100 people who clicked the link, but there is something exciting coming out in tomorrow's video. At the end of that video, we do an overview of Bing X. I show you guys those features that I'm really excited about, and then at the end of the video, I let you guys know about some exciting deals they have going on, which is probably going to wind up with the Mafia getting some free bonus funds. And yeah, super, super cool. But shout out to Post. No problem, bro. Don't thank me. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you watching the content. Shout out to Biomex. As always, Biomex, good to see you in here, bro. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Dark Crash. Shout out to JRod420. What is going on, bro? Happy to see you in here. Bud Lightyear, as always, what is going on, bro? Happy to see you in here as well. Shout out to Cozy Babe. Shout out to Jamie Walter. Shout out to Nate Quantum Divergence. He says 420 viewers. LFG ratio that big. Hey, ratio that big. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I don't know why I'm like this. I was born this way. Okay, anyway. Shout out to Super Snoopy. What is going on, bro? Thank you for being here. Sun Deep Rouser. What is going on? How long has Bing X been around? They've been around for a while. I could probably find the actual answer for you. Maybe Tony D can find that answer, or maybe one of the Mafia members can do a quick Google search and find out. But they've been around for a decent bit here. Shout out to Crypto Infinity. Shout out to It's Autopilot. Steven Atwell, what is going on? He said, I love Bing X. I'm up $50 real on my bonus trades. And guys, just so you know, any of these bonus funds that you get from any of these exchanges, obviously you can't just like get the free $100 or whatever it is, whatever the deal is that's going on. They deposit the bonus funds into your account. You obviously can't just withdraw that money, but the cool part is it gives you that those bonus funds to trade with. And if you flip, say that 50 or $100 into $1,000, you can withdraw that 900 in profit. So it's basically like a risk-free way to trade. You're not putting your actual money on the line, but there's actual profit on the line. So in a weird way, it's like the emotions still kind of get to you, even though you're not risking your own money. But with real profit on the table, it is a really good way if you're looking to practice trading. It's a good way to kind of get in there and start trading with zero risk. Bud Lightyear says, free Tony. No way. We're not freeing Tony. He's actually in a cage. He's actually in a cage under the desk right now. Hopefully he doesn't disturb us. I'm just kidding, guys. Tyler Durden said, free Tony. And I say, no, I spent tons of time in a cage and I put up with it and I worked my way out of that cage. So Tony's staying locked in that thing as long as we possibly could keep him in there. I don't know where Tony is. I believe he'll be here at some point. But shout out to I'm My Hero. Shout out to Multisig Dummy. As always, he says, I hope your day is great, brother. My day is going awesome. Multisig Dummy, I hope you're doing well as well. And then last but not least, guys, shout out to Slugger Slug, Joe Rod, and Jason Mack, and Rob the Crypto Snob, and all of our mods, guys. You know we have the best mods on YouTube, guys, so show them some love in chat. They help not only me out infinitely, but they help the Mafia out as well. So show some love to our mods, guys. We love them dearly. They are a huge part of the Frankie Candles team, and we would be absolutely lost without them. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump right on into the charts because yeah, I don't know. I might fall asleep halfway through this Bitcoin TA, guys, to be honest with you, because Bitcoin's just going sideways. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the charts. What was that? What happened? I don't know what happened. We hit the wrong button, guys. Without further, because I said it too fast. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the charts. I said it too quick and I hit the wrong button, guys. But here we are, guys, on the Bitcoin chart. Now I'm going to go ahead and hide that TA, and I'm going to kind of give you guys my quick sentiment on Bitcoin here. Now, as you guys know, shout out, Tony got the calf view under the desk. That's right, and you guys can't see it right now, but I do have three plates, 345 plates on my legs right now, and I am doing calf raises as we speak. But guys, basically, as we look at Bitcoin here, Tyler Durden says hashtag jail Rob free Tony. Let's go. Shout out to Tyler Durden. Tyler, I love you, bro. You're funny, man. And shout out to Sniper's Nightmare in the chat. What is up, Snipers? Good to see you, bro. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at this thing they call Bitcoin, because obviously we are just wiggling sideways continually here for the past almost 20 days. We're about to spend a month in this range if it doesn't break out soon. But as you guys know, basically, my sentiment here on Bitcoin is I am longer-term bullish. We are clearly in a strong uptrend, guys. We are clearly in this very, very strong uptrend, and this is mostly why I'm bullish. Number one, strong uptrend on the weekly. Obviously, this is a strong uptrend, but the money flow on the weekly is coming to the upside. This is another thing that is making me lean very, very bullish. Now, that VWAP is cooling off, right? As we've gone over this for the past week. VWAP coming down on the weekly, but the money flow is headed in the right direction, which gives me more of a bullish, longer-term bullish outlook. I do think we will eventually get up to that 30 to 32K level, and then also potentially, I do think we can come up here and potentially reach some of these higher targets in the 48 to 50K range. However, let's not get ahead of ourselves because we are still pretty far away from that, but money flow is headed in the right direction. However, the VWAPs are calling for potential cool-offs here, guys. Now, this is why I am cautioning for a pullback, right? Not only do we have the VWAPs cooling off on these higher daily time frames, but we also have a red dot on the 4-day. This has just started printing, and we have 2 days left to confirm that red dot. However, that's the 3-day, which we'll get to in a second. That 4-day red dot is printing right here. We have 2 days and 3 hours to confirm it. And then technically, guys, you do technically have a bear div here. However, it is not that much of a lower high, so I would consider it somewhat of an exaggerated bullish divergence. However, moving on down to our 3-day, we do have a clear bearish divergence here with our lower highs on our momentum waves as price continues to creep up here. Definitely more of a bearish sign and definitely more indicative of a pullback to the downside before getting another leg up. Now, with that being said, our 2-day is also now printing a fresh red dot. We talked about this the other day. We printed that green dot on the 2-day, but it was most likely just because of that scam wick that we got on a lot of the exchanges, wicking us up into that $29,000 range. We were talking about if that was really just caused because of that scam wick, we would likely just print another red dot on top of it, maintaining that bearish divergence on the 2-day, and our money flow is starting to cool off here. So again, that would be another point for the bears looking for that pullback to the downside. Shout out to Christo. He says, check out Hoot Karma, DAO involved. Follow the Hoot. Shout out to you, bro. We will try to take a look at that Hoot Karma. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna continue on with this Bitcoin TA, but when we get to the altcoins, we will try to take a look at that. No problem. Peter Gorman saying, CandleMafia assemble. Let's go, baby. Let's go. But let's go ahead. I can almost guarantee you, Hoot, I probably will not be able to find a chart for Hoot Karma or whatever that is. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on here. Again, bearish divergences on that 2-day with our money flow coming out. Now, this is not like alarmingly coming out, but it is starting to teeter out here just a little bit. So it's worth keeping an eye on. And again, would warrant a correction. Now, however, Now, as we come to the daily, guys, I will warn you, if you guys saw my morning market update this morning, you will know that, the mixed signals are out there. So we just covered a bunch of bearish, potential bearish signals on the higher daily time frames. We do want to remember that it does take time for these setups to play out because, shout out to G Live. He says scam, yeah. Not only do we have those bearish signals, but it does take time for these higher daily time frames to play out. So again, we have to be ready for some volatility in between now and when those bearish signals, when and if they want to play out. But as we come down to the daily here, guys, actually one more thing. So that's kind of the bearish case, right? But now let's take a look at some of the bullish cases here. Now, I wouldn't really consider this a bullish case, but just looking at our 6-day money flow, that is starting to correct a little bit back to the upside, which is looking better. This was looking quite ugly, but as we had the money flow on the weekly and the 5-day and the 4-day coming up, I did expect this to kind of start to improve here, and it is. VWAP is coming down, though. So again, I kind of feel crazy. Like calling for these higher time frames to roll over. Like they just take time to play out, guys. And again, it doesn't mean they definitely are going to play out. Hey, shout out to Tyler Durden, just got gifted a membership from Apples Up North. Let's get it. Shout out to Apples Up North. Thank you for gifting those 5 Frankie Candles memberships. We appreciate you, Apples Up North. We love you. Let's go. And you already see G Life shouting you out. Let's go. Cozy Babe. Everybody's showing love to Apples Up North for gifting those memberships. Let's go. I do appreciate you. But kind of continuing on here, turn off that TA again. So moving on to the 6-day money flow is starting to improve here, but coming on down to the daily, guys, you can see. Now, you guys will remember I did just mention how Ethereum has kind of been leading Bitcoin on some of these signals. Obviously, Ethereum, if I just hop over there really quickly, as we get that pop to the upside, you could see that your green dot is printing. And when we come back to Bitcoin, you could see that the VWAP on the daily for Bitcoin is skirting back to the upside. So in about 2 hours, we will find out with that daily candle close if we are going to get that VWAP to continue back to the upside to print that green dot. I don't think you'll print the green dot tonight, but we could get a little closer to that zero line to start to potentially print a green dot maybe tomorrow, right? So we will go ahead. Ken Smith in the chat. Let's go. What's up, bro? Thank you for being here. CandleMafia going nuts for you, bro. Let's get it. Shout out Christina, too. Our female CandleMafia members are showing face tonight. Let's get it. Shout out to Jessica and Hannah Smith. But, just taking a look here, guys, if we get that VWAP to continue back up, again, Bitcoin might just be lagging behind Ethereum's green dot. However, money flow is continuing out here, guys. So, again, the mixed signals are out here, but I'm going to show you kind of how I'm prepared for both situations in just a second. But, again, we did get that confirmed bearish divergence on the daily, but, again, just it seems like nothing will move this price either up or down. We just cannot get a move. The one kind of bullish case here, or another bullish puzzle piece here, would be, guys, that we have made a higher high here just kind of locally. That would be somewhat bullish, and again, we were talking about this in the premium live stream yesterday, guys. It almost looks like we could be potentially, let me go ahead and pull up this clean chart so I can take a look. It does look like we could potentially be forming somewhat of a ascending triangle. What is going on right now? There we go. It looks like we could be forming some kind of an ascending triangle, guys, as we have that flat level of resistance with our trend coming back to the upside. This does kind of look like some kind of a, wonky ascending triangle, almost even if you just kind of pull it from here. We are basically putting in higher highs. Now, if you draw it like this, depending on how you draw this, you could see it a few different ways. It kind of looked like we were in an ascending triangle here, and then we deviated, we came back in, and now we're deviating again, potentially bearishly retesting. But one bullish case here would be the fact that we are making a higher low here. Money flow is back in the green on the 4-hour, another potential bullish sign. However, again, we did just spend a whole lot of time in the green. We faked out into the red. I don't know if this is going to be another massive green wave. But we'll have to see. We need a little bit more time to kind of see if this is going to be a legitimate money flow crossover or just another fake out. However, as of right now, guys, this does look pretty healthy, just absolutely bending to the upside. Very, very interesting there. But that is just something I am keeping an eye on. Would technically be a point for the bulls. Taking a look at our 2-hour money flow is coming in the right direction. However, our VWAP is coming to the downside, right? And then moving down lower to these, much lower time frames. 15-minute money flow is starting to come out. But again, very, very murky waters as of right now, guys. And again, you know, his money flow did look super bearish. Now you're crossing back into the green. The daily looks super bearish, but we may get a VWAP flip here. So let's go ahead and pull up some of our key levels, guys. And I'm going to talk to you talk to you about kind of how I am prepared for whatever is going to happen here, right? Now, shout out to Crypto Anon. What is going on, bro? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Bullish on Parade said, Frankie, can you repeat the last 5 minutes I was chatting? Shout out to you, bro. Yes. I will repeat myself in the last 5 minutes in 5 minutes. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Bullish on Parade. But let's go ahead and continue on here. Let's see. Okay, so coming down to a lower time frame, I do kind of want to just take a look here. Actually, let's pull up. Where is our other chart? Let's pull up. Is it this chart? Yeah, this is the chart I want to look at. So coming down to a lower time frame here, guys. Now, obviously, Bitcoin has been trading in this sideways range between, roughly, you got your lows down here at about 26.8, and then you have your highs up here at around 29K. And we've just been bing-bonging around all over the place in this range, and we just can't break it, right? We came to the lows, deviated from the lows, back to the highs, back to the lows, back to the highs, back to the lows, back to the highs, and now we're just sitting up here, and I'll be honest with you guys. All right. I'll be honest with you guys here. You guys are funny. I'll be honest, right? Like, this makes for some seriously good range trading. However, I'm kind of sick of it, right? I'm kind of sick of the range trading. I'm bored. I want something to happen. I want a move to happen. I am just bored. I'm bored, right? So are we going to get this move to the upside or the downside? I will say this, guys. As far as the indicators and just the general technical analysis, now you want to remember, we're in a strong uptrend. So you don't want to fight against the trend, right? The trend is your friend until the end. You don't want to trade against the trend. Doesn't mean you can't catch scalp shorts or what have you, but you don't want to go too hard against the trend, right? So I have been building shorts up here because I am expecting a correction, and the TA is pointing to the downside, in my opinion, more than it's pointing to the upside. But because we are in such a strong uptrend, that those bearish signals may get stepped on. So just be aware of that. But for sure, from a technical standpoint, I would say, because of the way the higher time frames look, that we could it is pointing more towards the downside. But again, it does not mean that we can't come up. 1 hour money flow is coming into the green. 16 hour is printing a green dot, guys. So if we are going to get a move up. Now, again, like I said, we have made a higher low here, right? So we came up, we made a low, now we came up again, made a lower low. We did technically make a higher high, at least on the Heikinashi candles. We did not make higher highs on regular candles, but we did come up to make this higher low, and we are basically holding above that POC right now. So this would be the bullish case, right? These are two other bullish puzzle pieces. It's that 12 and 16 hour money flow crossing over into the green, and now you're getting a 16 hour green dot as well as your 12 hour green dot. So I'm coming down here to the lower time frames, and I'm looking at time frames like the 1 hour, like the 45 minute, looking for those crossovers into the green. Now, the next money flow crossover into the green that we get may wind up giving us a bigger move to the upside. But again, the technicals are not pointing towards a likely breakout, or at least a likely big breakout, right? So if we do wind up getting a push into this white box, which is not impossible, I will be looking to come up closer to that 30K level, which will be probably the last level that I would be looking to add to my short position. I am still in my long and my short position. Long position is massively in profit. Short positions basically break even. It's like in the green, in the green 1 minute, in the red 1 minute. It's basically a break even. So for me, guys, I am basically just playing a waiting game, playing the waiting game, just getting the longs from the bottom of the range, cashing out, getting the shorts, getting the long, just playing this range, just waiting for price to rip and just make one of my swing longs pay me out, right? So if we get that push to the upside, which again I do think is less likely, but not impossible. But if we do get that push up, I will likely get, my long will start paying out, and my short will get stopped out in a small profit if we come up high enough. But that is basically what I am doing. I am just waiting for a break to the up or downside. Key levels to the upside, guys, is again just going to be pulled for me from this previous range that we were trading in all the way back here in May of 2022. Shout out to NMCT. How did you wait, hold up. How did you $10 200x April 1st at 12? Oh, shout out to NMCT. Did mine West Coast time and made 60%, aka $6. Let's go, NMCT. I definitely took the trade. Definitely took that trade that you brought up. And I definitely also made 60%. I'm not lying. I'm kidding, guys. I did not take that position, but I remember what you're talking about, NMCT. You are funny. Hey, congrats on that 60%. Shout out to you. Thank you for that super chat, and thank you for the laugh. Let's go. Can you put in a long and a short in on Femex Death Burka? Yes, absolutely you can. Yes, they do have on USDT pairs, they do have or on the USDT futures, they do have a hedge mode where you can long and short at the same time, which I am doing right now. Let me see if I'm logged in. Let's see. I'll just log in real quick. I am in a long and a short position at the same exact time on Femex. It's one of the reasons why I love Femex so much. If you guys want to sign up for Femex and trade or long or short your favorite altcoins or Bitcoin, you can click the link in the description down below. I do believe they are still doing the deal where they have 10% off all fees, and I believe there is some form of deposit bonus opportunity as well, and I believe that is going on until June 14th. So definitely go ahead and check that out. And then here you go, right? So I'll just pull this up. So yeah, there's my short, like down $4, basically at break even. And then my long, I have locked in profits here. And then my unrealized profits are still up pretty good. So again, if we take that rip to the upside, which again, this is kind of a situation that I like to be in because again, I am leaning a little bit more for a move to the downside. But if I'm wrong, like I am in this long, so that long is going to play out and it's already in profit. So again, you know, if I get stopped out of this short, it's going to be a small loss, right? Because it's basically just sitting here. And if we get that rip, I'll get stopped out at a small loss. And then this long is already paid out and I'm still juicy in profits here, or deep in profits, I should say. So great position to be in. But yeah, I am long and short at the same time on Femex. So if you guys are interested in checking out Femex, definitely check out the link in the description down below. But let's go ahead and continue on here. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to say at this point, guys. We are literally just waiting for a decision, right? You know, we're just banging our head on this monumental level of resistance. Again, you know, we've covered this all for the past few weeks. You know, massive level of resistance. But the fact that we are, you know, continually just bashing our head on it, you know, sometimes, guys, the more times you knock on a door, the more likely you are to wake that person up that's inside from their nap, and the more likely they are to come open that door for you. But yeah, definitely, you know, sometimes the more times you knock, the more likely that door is to open. So, you know, just kind of stuck here in this waiting game. But again, like even money flow for the most part, 8-hour money flow is curving back up, but generally coming out. Your 4-hour is coming back up, but generally coming out, right? You know, so it's really just a waiting game. But the next key levels I am looking at on Bitcoin, guys, is going to be basically just pulled from this volume profile. We have the POC, which is the top of this white box, coming in at about $30,200. That is going to be the next major level that I will be looking at if we can go ahead and flip this level here, which is the door to 30K to support. You can see here, if we get that move up, hold this level as support, we will be holding that previous value area low as support, in which case we'll open the door to potentially come up to our point of control of the range, which comes in at that $30,200 level that we just brought up. And then our value area high is coming in basically at the top of this macro golden pocket. And if we flip this POC to support, that is where we may get that move up to that value area high, again, coming in at about $31,400. So if we do get that push up, guys, those are the levels I'm looking at. And again, not just the random levels, right? This door to 30K level at 28,800, right? 28.8K. We've been talking about this level for quite some time. First, we were talking about it from all the way down here, saying that would likely be the next stop, right? Then we came up, and now we're just banging our head on it. And now it has become even more in the spotlight because it is the key level that we have to break to open up the door to higher prices, getting to that $30,000 level, $31,000 level, and maybe even a $32,000 Bitcoin. So that is the kind of the situation to the upside. And again, if that happens, shout out to my long trade, right? And then if we break down, it will open up an opportunity to come down to lower prices for me to potentially add to my long position, which I would be looking to add if we break down, right? We lose this MPOC, and we come down to test this blue box between about 25,300 and about 24,700. If we come down here to test these levels, I will be looking to add to my long position. So we could potentially come up to those higher prices, and I can, profit a little bit more off of that long. And then on the way down, obviously, my short trade will get into profit, right? So kind of a cushy position to be in. That's why we long and short. That's why we long and short at the same time. And again, that's the importance of looking at price action in terms of these sideways ranges, guys. Because, again, I was able to get into all these positions just by playing the local ranges, right? So if we wind up coming up to a $32,000 Bitcoin, I am likely going to, I already am in a long position. But if I was not in the long position, I was just in, I would probably be in a long position from the lows of this range, depending on, if we come down here, right, I'm looking for longs, so I'm likely going to be in a long from the bottom of the range, and then if price breaks out to higher prices, I have a great entry from the bottom of the range, and then the short that I'm in, right, I basically came up shorting the highs of the range, decided to make it a swing position, and now if we break down to the downside, I am in at the top, right, I am shorting from the top, so super, super effective way to trade, and that's kind of the situation, guys. Nothing has really changed. Those are the key levels I'm watching to the downside. Again, 25.3 to 24.7 is really the area where I'll be looking to add to my long position. But again, I've been saying this for a few days now, or probably like a week now. This is also a very key level, right? Because if we break below this level, that will open up the opportunity to potentially get accepted back into this area of balance, right? This basically macro trend that we're trading in, or that we were trading in. If we get accepted back into this value area, aka get accepted back below this value area high at 25K, that is where we may open up the door to get a drop down to the POC, coming in at about $23,000. Now, I would be looking for some potential trades here. I don't really trade in the middle of ranges. So again, the confirmations are going to be extremely important at this level if we do come down here. Because if you do not get the confirmations, again, once you get stuck below that value area high, can't get back above, it is going to be likely that you visit your POC and eventually your value area low, which is coming in closer to about 20,400. So if we're not getting mega bullish confirmations at that POC, I would expect it to break to come down to revisit the lows of the range. Again, coming in at 20,400. So that's basically the situation we're in, guys. You got the bear div on the 2-day, now printing again. You've got the 3-day bear div now printing. You've got the 4-day red dot now printing, although it is technically a bear div. It is not the strongest angle on your oscillator. So again, I'm not really going to I'm not going to really harp on the fact this is a divergence, but there is a red dot, right? So it would indicate a cool off. And then your 5-day VWAP, your 6-day VWAP are both coming down, as well as your weekly VWAP, right? So because of the way the money flow looks on the higher time frames, I am leaning more. Leaning more bullish in the long term. But again, like I basically had the same sentiment for the past 2 weeks. It looks like we would rather get a move down before getting that next leg up. But I indeed do believe at this time that move to the upside will happen. It's just hard to call whether it's going to happen right now or if we're going to get pulled down before that move. And the TA does point towards that pull down, that pull to the downside happening. So, but again, I'm kind of just sitting in a cushy position where I don't really care what happens. Whatever happens, I'm going to be making money either way, which is the beauty of the trading with the trading. That is the beauty of trading with the Candle Mafia, because on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel, guys, I show you how to make money trading Bitcoin or Ethereum or Dogecoin, whether the price is going up or down. In Dogecoin's case, on Friday, I showed you how to make money when the price was going down, and then it went up like crazy. So we're going to be checking out Dogecoin as it's been getting an absolute insane pump, guys. We will be checking in on that. And Eric Ward says we're knocking on the door. CMA, Candle Mafia agents, we looking for 35K Bitcoin. Let's go. Shout out to Eric Ward. Let's get it, bro. Let's get it. Hannah Hermans, or not Hannah, Haynes Hermans says 25K, then 32K. That is what the TA tends to be pointing to. So I would have to agree with you there, bro. Trading with the trading. Shout out to Creighton C. Just popped in to say hi. Hey, back to work. I'll watch later. Shout out to Super Trucker Ryan. Thank you for being here. We will see you on the next stream when you're not working. Shout out to you, bro. But, guys, with all that being said, I trade my trades long. I trade my trades long and short, and sometimes I short and long at the same time, like you just saw. Shout out to you, bro. Let's see. It's a green day for all. Let's trade. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Trader 6X. Let's get it. Do you trade with 6X leverage is the question. Donato Cabrera says, mods, heart you for your contributions and time here and elsewhere. Shout out to Donato Cabrera. I love you, bro. Thank you for being here. Guys, don't forget to smash that like button. We're going for 850 likes, and if we do, we're going to be doing a crazy giveaway. But with all that being said, guys, that is what I'm looking at on Bitcoin. Again, not much has changed since the last live stream, but now we can get into the saucy part of the live stream, and that's the altcoins. So while I take a look at our typical DXY, SPY, ETH. I don't know if I'm going to look at all of them. But as I start looking at this stuff, guys, go ahead and throw your altcoins in chat if you want to take a look at your alt, or you want me to take a look at your altcoins. Throw them in chat. Rob the Crypto Snob will count up the votes and then bring them to me and let me know what altcoins we're going to be looking at today. But I will just automatically add Dogecoin in there because I know everybody wants to see that. Let's go, baby. Shout out to Ron Salvo. Crypto Ronnie says, schlong it, baby. Let's go. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the star of the show, Ethereum, or Erythrium, as your grandmother might call it. Let's go ahead and jump in and take a look at it. Let's see. What is the max leverage you traded? I mean, I've traded with it all. I don't trade with I trade with low leverage for the most part. Between like 3 and 5x is typical. And a lot of times, guys, I really use leverage as a risk management tool. And I know that sounds like an oxymoron to a lot of people who may be new, but leverage is really designed to help you manage risk. And I'm not going to get into, maybe I'll make a pre-recorded video about this. But usually, guys, if I'm entering a position with leverage, I'm entering with a very small amount of leverage. I will not jack my leverage. If you guys ever see me in a 50x long or 50x short or 100x long or 100x short, I feel like this is a secret that no one really talks about. I jack the leverage up after I'm in profit. This is like a big thing that I don't really see a lot of people talking about, and I'm here to blow the lid off. Is that what you say? Blow the lid off? So if you ever see me in like a 60x long or a 60x short, guys, I am not just degenerately entering into a trade with 60x leverage. I am entering that either with super low leverage or no leverage with a higher dollar amount. So I might enter the trade with 5K or something like that, maybe a little more. And then once my trade is in profit and I see that my trade is playing out, I will jack that leverage up. In turn, pulling my position size out. So it pulls money out of your trade while allowing you to keep the same position size. So I know that might be hard to understand at first glance, but we'll be covering it a little bit more in the future. I'll kind of, Frankie does 50x with $10. Joe Rod, take that back. That was one time, and I was supposed to get wrecked to teach you guys a lesson, and then it wound up winning the trade. I really didn't want to do that. Now I could just so you know, that was like the one time, I've ever done that, at least on stream, entering that trade with high leverage. Typically, if you see me in a real position, guys, typically I am entering in on low leverage and then jacking up the leverage after I'm in profit. But maybe I'll make a video about that as well if you guys are interested. But with that being said, I typically, I'll either trade between 1 and 5x leverage. I will once in a while enter a 10x leverage if it's a little scalp and a shorter term trade. I'll just put a smaller position size with higher leverage, or if my money, or if more of my capital is tied up in other positions. That's kind of when I use the leverage, right? I don't use the leverage as a degenerate way to get rich overnight, because that's just not how it happens. But yeah, we'll get further into that at some point in a pre-recorded video. But guys, taking a look at Ethereum, or Erythrium as your grandmother might call it, you guys know we've been trading in this sideways range, very similar to Bitcoin, just stuck in this range, cannot move. Let's see. Just could not move out of this range, guys. Just bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, just up and down. It's just unbelievably boring. But then boom, right? We got to break through this value area high. Now, this is interesting, right? Because if we pull up our VPVR, right? Our visible profile or volume profile visible range, not visible range volume profile. This is actually a mistake on TradingView's part, guys. They were supposed to change that spelling, but yeah, I say it the right way. TradingView is wrong. I'm just kidding, guys. But anyway, you guys know we were looking at this. I don't remember if it was yesterday or if it was last week, but we were saying basically, you know, if price, obviously the value area is respected here as we come to the highs, go to the lows, go to the lows, go to the highs. You guys know we were looking at this a little bit of a volume gap, and that next highest volume node coming in at that $1,872 mark, which is essentially the level we were looking for as we came up and banged our head on it just a bit. But we were saying, you know, if you were able to get above that value area high, fall into this low volume gap, we may see price shoot up to our next target, which was coming in at about 1874. And now we are kind of just chilling there right now. And this looks kind of bullish. It looks like it may want to push through here. So we may get a little push up here through this level. And if we do wind up getting that move, guys, if Ethereum does push up just a little bit higher, I will say, zooming out just a little bit here to take a look at the volume, you can see if we could push past that $1,900 level, not the biggest gap in volume, but you do have a little bit of fall off, and then that next high volume node does come in at that $2,000 range. Between about, I would say, $1,976 and about $2,000 would be that next target. So if we could crack through this little spike in volume and, again, crack that level at about $1,900, the next stop may be $2,000 to revisit the highs that we created all the way back here. I believe this was August of 2022. Yeah, August of 2022. Come back and revisit these highs. So that would be the next target on my list for Ethereum if this pump is going to continue. And then, guys, you know, I don't want to get too bullish here. I don't want to get my moon boy suit on just yet. But if we start cracking those levels, that is where things could be getting very exciting for Ethereum. But again, we just got to make sure that we're not going to get that big move down for Bitcoin before getting that move up. But again, that is going to be the next basic range that I'm looking at if the move up continues for Ethereum. But just taking a look at our indicators here, just want to kind of get an idea of what's going on here. Taking a look at our higher time frames. Now that 4-day is looking for the red dot. Your 3-day red dot is also looking to print. So in that aspect, on the higher time frames, Bitcoin is actually going to be front-running Ethereum in that case, right? But on the daily, Bitcoin has been kind of lagging behind Ethereum. But 2-day red dot looking to print on Ethereum here as that VWAP flops over, very similar to Bitcoin. And then once that does happen, guys, we will wind up putting in more bearish divergence at these levels of resistance. So just something to keep an eye on as money flow is kind of coming out here. Taking a look at the daily, green dot is printing. Money flow is starting to curve back to the upside. Not really looking that crazy, to be honest with you. I'd like to see this come up a little bit more. But that red dot is printing, likely going to confirm here in about an hour and a half. And yeah, but money flow generally coming out on that daily. Would really like to see that cross back into the green. If we wind up getting some kind of a VWAP flop here where your VWAP kind of just crosses below the zero line, prints another red dot, and price comes down again, that is going to be, you know, again, you will have all these bearish divergences confirmed, as well as another bearish divergence confirmed on your daily, and again, with money flow coming out, right? So you basically have a massive bearish divergence through all of this momentum here. Let me grab our trend line. So it would basically be from like back here, higher highs all the way through this entire price action or area of price action with your momentum waves. Again, bearish divergence is confirmed here, right? So you have your higher highs with your lower highs with money flow coming out. And then if we wind up printing another red dot here, you will have a more macro bear div printing here on the daily, which again could be a top signal to potentially come back down and test these levels. And again, major level of support here is going to be between about 17K and about 1690, being that value area high of this range, which is actually inaccurate. Our value area high is now up here. That is an old, but this level does still stand, right? Although your value area did move up here, but you still have these highs, right? So if we do get a move down, kind of one of the major levels I would look for, first, I would look for the actual value area high tap, and potentially may just continue to range. But if we break that value area high, that is where we are likely likely going to get a move down towards that POC, coming in at about 1630. But again, green dot printing on the daily, not the worst look. 12-hour money flow beautifully coming to the upside. VWAP sticking straight up, not a bad look for the 12-hour. Your 16-hour is also has a confirmed green dot with your VWAP kind of curving out there, but money flow looks healthy. So money flow looks good on Ethereum. 8-hour money flow coming back up as that VWAP cools off. And then in the shorter term, guys, that 4-hour is cooling off, right? So we did get a little bit of a pop up here for Ethereum. But, you know, if we do get a second push up here, you know, basically that 4-hour VWAP is coming down. Money flow back in the green, right? So, again, leaning more bullish on Ethereum, at least with these money flow crossovers. But, you know, in the short term, not impossible to get a little bit of a move down. And that first real level of resistance that I would look for, if we are going to continue pumping, right? I'm looking at that previous value area high test right here. If we get a bigger correction, right? But if we're just going to cool off before getting another bump to the upside here, I will be looking at the value area high for some support. Basically between about 1824 and your POC at about 1817. That will be what I'm looking for to kind of come down here and test those levels before getting another move up. But then once you break below that level, that's where you're looking to retest that value area high at about 1740. So there you go, guys. That is Ethereum, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. Green dot money on the daily. Money flow does look good. So, yeah, pretty exciting for Ethereum. Again, not like the biggest pop to the upside, but when you're stuck in a range like this, I will take a 4% pump all day long just to keep things exciting. But let's go ahead and let's continue on here. So there's Ethereum, guys. Rob the Crypto Snob said the altcoin votes are in. Altcoins for tonight are ETH, Doge. Let's go jump into Doge real quick as it's been getting an absolute moonshot. Here we go. Let's take a look at the Binance chart. Okay, here we go. All right. Taking a look at the daily. Actually, let's take a look at the weekly, right? Green dot on the weekly is confirmed. VWAP coming straight up. Money flow cruising to the upside here. Now, obviously, guys, Dogecoin did pump off of news. Obviously, I'm not gonna go over this. I'm not gonna go over this again as I usually do. But you know, I have been thinking about accumulating Dogecoin. Now I am waiting because I don't want to really buy the top of this candle. But, you know, money flow coming up. Obviously, Elon Musk now owns Twitter. And, you know, if there's ever been a case to hold Dogecoin, I feel like now is the case. Now, I don't typically hold meme coins, but Dogecoin has really proved itself. It really proved itself over the years, right? You know, coming all the way back, all the way back to, you know, even just 2019. Right? 2019, just watching this thing absolutely rip in this bull market. Doge has stood the test of time, right? And although it is a meme coin, it's kind of like a blue chip meme coin, I would call it. So absolutely exciting for Dogecoin. And I am coming out as a Dogecoin. I will be a Dogecoin hodler coming in the near future, right? Because after looking at this, imagine if I was accumulating in March of 2020, or even if I was accumulating in November of 2020, or even if I was accumulating in January of 2021, or even if I was buying here, I would still be up, right? So, you know, it basically proves that any other time I would have bought Dogecoin, I would be in profit. So why not jump on the train, although I am late. But anyway, you know, money flow coming up on the weekly, that does look good. Your 6-day money flow is looking similar to Bitcoin. This is going to look very similar to Bitcoin. You know, taking a look at your 5-day, green dot confirmed, money flow coming up. Your 4-day money flow bonging around with the money flow here. VWAP coming straight up. Your money flow is crossing over into the green. Taking a look at your 3-day VWAP is looking to cool off. Money flow is looking good, right? Money flow looks pretty good on a lot of this stuff, guys, especially Dogecoin. Daily money flow is coming up, but your VWAP is coming down. Now, I will preface this, guys. Nothing goes up forever, right? So, I mean, all it would really take is Elon Musk to tweet one more time, or you know, do something on Twitter related to Doge, and this thing is just going to moon again. So be very careful. But, you know, just from a technical standpoint, this thing is not going to go up forever. You're very overbought on the 12-hour. Your 16-hour, very overbought. Your daily's very overbought. You're basically overbought on almost all of these higher hourly to lower daily time frames. You are pretty overbought. So daily overbought, 16-hour overbought, 12-hour overbought, so on and so forth. Your 10-hour is printing a red dot. So yeah, that is, you know, 6-hour red dot, 5-hour. red dot confirmed, and 5-hour bearish divergence confirmed. An absolute insane bearish divergence, super higher highs with your lower highs on your momentum waves. Definitely looking like you may want to cool off, as we kind of have been so far. Yeah, there you go. 2-hour bear div. Taking a look at the 2-hour. Yeah, definitely got a 2-hour bear div there as well. So yeah, may cool off here in the short term for Doge. But again, be careful, because all it really takes is for Elon to sneeze, and Dogecoin is just going to absolutely rip past the moon into another universe. So just be careful, because this is not just driven solely by TA, guys. So there you go. Now, if we do pull back, where would I expect things to go? Let's go ahead and let's go to the daily, and let's pull some volume on this thing. Now, it's kind of hard to tell where you want to pull this volume from, because we kind of have like, let's just pull it from here to here. Let's just find these levels. Let's see. Maybe we'll come down to a lower time frame. Let's see. Yeah, maybe what happens if we go before the pump here? Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to figure out where you want to pull this volume from. I kind of like the levels from back here better. But yeah, basically the range we were looking at, let me pull up the VPVR. The range we were looking at on the previous streams, I'll be able to find with the visible range. Let me just turn on our value area high, value area low, and our POC. So yeah, this is kind of, yeah, I would maybe look at something like this. Yeah, because we are kind of breaking out of that value area. This is kind of what I would look for. But yeah, let's see. It's really hard. I'm kind of torn on where I want to pull this volume. Yeah, I guess we'll pull some more. Yeah, let's pull. I like these levels here. Okay. So I will take a look at this value area low, that POC, and that value area high. Coming in, value area low coming in at about 0.069 cents. POC coming at 0.07 cents, and your value area high coming in at 0.08 cents. Now, if we do get a cool off here, guys, I will be expecting price to potentially, let's go ahead and pull our, pull a fib, pull a little bit of a Fibonacci. There you go. You know, your golden pocket does get pretty close to that value area high. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that as a range. Go ahead from here to there. So this would be a decent spot to look for a potential pullback, guys. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on regular candles real quick. So yeah, I would go ahead. That's basically, yeah. This is basically the level that I would look at, right? If we do get a pull down, it would make a lot of sense to kind of come down here and retest that value area high / local golden pocket before getting another move to the upside. So that level is coming in between about 0.088 cents and about 0.086 cents. And if we do get a move down to that level, I will be looking, you know, I don't typically trade Dogecoin, although I did decide I would accumulate it. I don't typically trade Dogecoin. Honestly, guys, with leverage trades, like I will look at specific altcoins, but for the most part, I'm trading Bitcoin on leverage because mostly everything trades in accordance to Bitcoin, right? So I'm not really like, you could see the most massively bullish setup for Dogecoin, but if Bitcoin dumps and you're not paying attention to the TA on Bitcoin and Doge looks like it's ready to go, but then Bitcoin for some reason nukes to the floor, Dogecoin is going to follow it, right? So that's really why I don't really trade too many altcoins on leverage. And if I am, it's because I'm finding that the altcoin that I'm trading is deviating away from Bitcoin, right? But shout out to the Aztec and Cactus Moss Water, guys. Today's episode is brought to you by Aztec and Cactus Moss Water, the energy drink, the official energy drink of crypto and the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. Salute, Jimmy Two Shoes, Jimmy Void, Jimmy Two Shoes. Shout out to you, bro. We know you're out there somewhere. We love you, bro. Salute, my paisan. Let's go. Not Celsius, guys. Someone keeps saying in the chat, that's Celsius. What is he talking about, Aztec and Cactus Moss Water? Guys, it's not Celsius. I don't know what Celsius is. Celsius collapsed. Oh, hey, yeah. Oh, shout out to Rob. Pin my next comment. Bada boom, bada bing, bada boom, bada bing. Replace pin message. Let's go. Thank you for that, Rob. But, guys, kind of coming in here and taking a look at Doge a little bit deeper. Those are the levels I would be looking for a pullback to. Looking at that blue box, that range that we were just looking at. If anybody wants to go ahead and screenshot those levels, feel free. Cozy Babe said, Frankie, listen to Rob. Let's go. Let's see. Mark Z said, he has no Doge. What a clown. Yeah, I mean, apparently, I mean, if you just look at the historical chart here, anybody who did not buy right here is an absolute clown. But yeah, Dogecoin was not always a blue chip meme coin, guys. It was just a meme coin at one point. But let's go ahead and continue on. Let's go. All right, so let's see. Coming down to the lower time frames here, you do have a confirmed bearish. Yeah, I mean, the bear divs are confirming everywhere. But let's see. Do we have a blood diamond here? We do not, which is a good sign. Money flow is coming out on your 90-minute as your daily VWAP is cooling off. So I would keep an eye on that 90-minute money flow. If you get that crossover on the 90-minute, 1 hour is already in the red with a confirmed blood diamond. But that 90-minute money flow is coming to the downside. So I would watch that if you get that 90-minute money flow crossover with that daily red dot printing, which does look like it probably won't happen tonight. It's likely going to happen tomorrow. So it may not play out. But if you do get those to happen at the same time, sometimes that can give you a big move to the downside. But again, excuse me, most things on this chart look pretty good. So if we do get a move down, I will look to hold this level. If we lose that level, being that it is the value area high of the range, let me go ahead and label that. Got your value area high in the top. Value area, POC right in the middle, and your value area low. Now, if you guys do not know what I'm talking about with the value area low, the value area high, the POC, if you do not know what I am talking about, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and if you are interested in learning about what this is, guys, this is the most powerful trading tool that I have ever found, at least up until now. It basically gives you x-ray vision into the markets. And if you are looking to learn more, check out the videos on the YouTube channel. But speaking of the value areas, guys, if we get a move down here and break below that value area low, that's where I would expect. If we break below this and do not get a bounce off that 786 fib level, I will kind of expect to get stuck below that value area high. And you guys know, once that happens, it is more likely for you to make a move down first towards your POC, again, at 7 cents or 0.075 cents, and then eventually down to your value area low at about 0.069 cents, right? So almost 7 cents even. So that's kind of the levels I would be looking at. And again, that blue box is key because if you don't hold it, the reason it's key is because if we come down here, it's going to be a very bullish level if you can hold it. But if you lose it, it would be a very, very bearish level because you'd be getting accepted back into that area of balance. However, this is a very wonky range, right? So keep that in mind. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Fun fact, I baked cookies last night. Hey, shout out to Dave Digital making those cookies, bro. Let's get it. Let's see. Sold my ETH for Beanie Babies. Probably a good investment. Doge and Ape made the news. Not good news. Total damage control, lol. But like them saying the names and stuff might bring more interest into crypto. That's why, guys. That's why I always say, right? Like, I don't hold Doge, right? And the reason for that is because Doge has no use case, right? Like, Doge is a meme coin. It has no use whatsoever. Like, it's a community coin, right? However, that has been changing since Elon took over Twitter, right? When the guy who owns Twitter has the power and the sense of humor to change the Twitter logo to a Dogecoin, that now gives Dogecoin a serious reason or a serious, somewhat use case, right? And especially if Elon decides to integrate payments into Twitter, it is likely, I don't see why he would use anything other than Dogecoin, which could be extremely bullish for Doge. So at this point, now Dogecoin has some kind of fundamental, use case behind it, right? Whereas before, it was basically for people who knew nothing about crypto to kind of like coax them in was really the only use for Dogecoin. It was like, you talk to your friends and be like, you got to buy crypto, buy good projects. And they'd be like, no, crypto's a scam. And then you see them 6 months later at the top. I think more people have probably... Dogecoin is probably the number one coin that is bought at the top because of the way it is. Like, typically, people who find here's the thing, right? You try to get your friends into crypto. They call it a scam, right? I talk about this all the time. And then finally, your friend decides to get into crypto after everything is at the top. And they're like, I finally got into crypto. And you're like, oh, God, you're kind of bought at the worst time. And then you're like, oh, what'd you buy? And they're like, I bought Dogecoin. And you're like, oh, my God. And that's why I like Dogecoin, right? Because it gets the noobs in, right? It gets the new people interested in crypto. They don't understand crypto. They don't know how to trade. They don't know anything about financial markets, but they see a cute little dog and they're like, oh, I can make money with this thing. This seems fun. And that's why I like Doge, right? Because it brings the new people in. But it's also why I never owned it, right? Because although it pumps, there's a lot of coins that pump, right? Especially in a bull market, like so many coins pump, and Dogecoin was just never one of the ones that I held. You could only hold so many coins, right? I would just rather hold other lower cap altcoins that would pump for an actual reason rather than a coin that pumps based off of someone tweeting, right? Because it also makes it susceptible to manipulation via Twitter and publicity and all that stuff as well. But there you go, guys. Let's see. 2 years in the game now. Let's go. Shout out to Bison. Let's get it. Rod says so true, man. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, are we getting? Is this a scam call, guys? Should we answer the scam call? Hello. Hello?
Music with Caroline.
Is this Caroline?
Yeah.
Hi, Caroline. How are you?
I'm calling you to see if you have any interest in selling that property now in the future.
I already sold all my properties, Caroline. I'm so sorry. I gave them all to George. They always call me. Hello, is this Caroline? Hey, is this George? Unbelievable. You just got scammed. I got scammed, and you got exposed on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel, Caroline. They always say, hi, is this George? And then I go, hey, George, what's up? And they don't know what to do, and they usually just sigh and hang up. But, guys, let's go ahead and continue on to our next altcoin, which is going to be Link. That's kind of my rant on Dogecoin, right? I love it because it brings the noobs in, but yeah, now that it has use case, I will actually hold it, right? And when Doge pumps, it pumps hard. Metabyte says, George, let's go. Caroline, let's go. Caroline, I love you. Sweet Caroline, sell it. Let's go. You guys are funny. Nailed it, Frank. Let's go. Felipe, let's get it, bro. Let's get it. My Twitter was hacked and stolen a month ago. Thankfully, there was no wallet incorporated. Yeah, good. That was good. I mine Doge. Enzo Mining, let's go. Enzo Mining, no surprise there. Enzo Mining be out there mining. Let's go. Let's see. Bada boom, bada boom. Let's see. A logo is an important company's branding strategy, absolutely, and it is essential in economic terms for several reasons. Definitely. I guess, I agree with that. But let's go ahead and see. But Doge is like not a company, though. You have to understand that. It's just it's a community-based meme coin, essentially. Well, now, again, different use case now, or different fundamental reasons to own it. But yeah, like a logo would be good for something like Twitter or a company that has actual, like an actual functioning thing behind it, right? Like Dogecoin is not that. It's a community meme coin. So, but I know that will kind of probably hurt some people's feelings, but it is what it is. But let's go ahead and continue on here. People are funny, man. All right, let's continue on here. Taking a look at Link. Taking a look at the daily. Interesting. Well, we know where we're going to pull our range from. That's for sure. Kind of just bing-bonging around here since May. Here we go. Just stuck in this little sideways range that we got going on. Let's see. Let's go ahead and turn on those Heikinashi candles and take a look at that. 16-hour money flow is coming up with that green dot printing. Not a bad look. 12-hour green dot is printing as well. 10-hour money flow coming up, but generally coming out. Take a look at the 4-hour money flow crossing over. Yeah, I mean, this, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie, guys. This is looking like some more ranging activity. We might just be stuck in this for eternity. But you did get a little bear div here on your daily time frame. Didn't bring you down too much. I'll just give you the levels on here, guys, because this is, there's not much to really look at here. Money flow, just looking at the higher time frames as the lower time frames are just giving us noise, meaning just little ranging action, I am just kind of leaning on the higher time frames at this point, right? G-Life says, I do enjoy calling it the stinky linky. Let's go. Weekly money flow coming in the right direction. 6 days, same deal. 5 day looking for the crossover into the green. Yeah, your 4 day is coming straight out. Your 3 day is coming up. It's an absolute mess out there for the past 2 days. But I'll just give you guys kind of the levels that I would be looking at. Let's see if we can get any confluence between that golden pocket and our... Okay, so no real confluence there. But I will be looking at these levels. That value area high coming in at $7.80. Taking a look at that POC coming in at about about 686. And then 626 is your value area low. You do have some nice confluence between your 786 and that value area low. But if you get a move up, your again, value area high is going to be the thing you are smacking your head against, and then your immediate support is going to be at 686. And again, I'll be honest, guys, I'm going to cut this one short. There's really not much to say here. It does just kind of look like we are bing-bonging around. Super, super, super boring action here. So yeah, not really much to see here. And again, we are getting somewhat of mixed signals here. But that daily VWAP coming up, yeah, money flow coming out. It's just a mess. I would lean sideways. I would say definitely leaning sideways. Pulling up the BitLab indicators. Yeah, you see this unshaded wave action here. That is indicating sideways movement. Your 16-hour is getting toppy here, but you've already come down a bit. Taking a look at your 5-hour, just unshaded, sideways. Yeah, it's looking very, very sideways looking to me. So there you go. Really not much to pull away from Link. But let's go ahead and move on. That one's kind of boring, to be honest. For smaller caps, I am looking at VRA, GLMR, Wild, UFO. Yeah, shout out to G-Life. Wahid Sadiq says, Frankie, your TA is on point. As always, shout out to Wahid. I appreciate the support, my brother. Thank you for being here. Let's go ahead and see what we got going on. Crypto Crabman said, just crab it, baby. Just crab it. Let's go. Crypto Crabman's probably having a blast nowadays in this sideways action. But let's go ahead and continue on. All right, taking a look at our next Matic. Matic is next. Let's go ahead and take a look. Hopefully it's not looking as boring as Link was. Let's go ahead and pull down the BitLab indicators to clean stuff up a bit. Taking a look at there we go. All right, here we go. So, yeah, I would say, taking a look, let's come up to the higher time frames. Daily green dot is printing. 3-day green dot printing, 2-day green dot confirmed. Taking a look at your 4-day, green dot on your 3-day, 4-day, looking for the green dot. 12-hour green dot printing. 16-hour green dot printing as well. Actually, might be confirmed there. Yes, you are confirmed on the 16-hour. So, shout out to Donato Cabrera, says marinara sauce. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. Green dots, money flow coming in the right direction on the higher time frames. Your 12-hour coming in the right direction with your money flow. 10-hour money flow curving back up. Yeah, money flow is curving in the right direction, but you can't seem to get a crossover for your life. Money flow crossover, there it is, into the green on the 4-hour, VWAP cooling off. Now, kind of what I would look for here on Matic would be potentially to kind of cool off just a little bit here. Not dump, maybe just a little cool off to test that POCS support before coming up to your value area high. Let me go ahead and move these levels. Let me select that and then move this down to our value area high. Move this down to our POC, and then we will put a fresh line for our value area low. So these are definitely the main levels that I would be watching for Matic. Your value area high coming in at about $1.17. Your POC coming in at about $1.10, and your value area low coming in at about $1.07. Now, you obviously have this blue box down here. Let me go ahead and pull a fresh Fibonacci. Let's go. From the high to the low, or from the low to the high, you have nice confluence between your local golden pocket and value area low. And if we go ahead and pull some local volume here, yeah, that's basically your value area low as well. So basically what I'd be looking for here, guys, is a potential move back up into your value area high. And then, honestly, if you don't break out of that value area high, I would look to just skirt back around and come back down and just bing bong around in this range. Unless Bitcoin decides to get a dang move, guys. If Bitcoin continues to range, this stuff is probably going to remain pretty boring. King Peasant says, what up, Frankie? Stop by to smash that like button. Shout out to King Peasant, guys. Don't forget, if you have not already, smash that like button. Every 100 likes we get, you guys will get a spin on the wheel of pain and pleasure, where you will have multiple times to win, or multiple chances to win some giveaways, which will be free crypto, maybe a free Frankie Candles hat, maybe free one of these sweatshirts. These are ISO 2022 sweatshirts. Or maybe we'll just give away free membership of the premium Discord. But continuing on, let's see. Yeah, continuing on here on Matic. And then, I would just look to respect these levels, right? Because do you have any confluence of your golden pockets to that value area? Yeah. I mean, beautiful, beautiful confluence with golden pockets at your value area high and your value area low. We may just continue to come up, reject, come back down, and just bing bong around. I would not be getting excited for higher prices on Matic until we flip this 786 at about $1.20, right? So until we flip this at $1.20, I would not be getting excited looking at any super, super higher prices for Matic, again, until we break that level there. So, and again, that's not even, that's likely, if you flip that to support, your next stop is likely going to be $1.23. So it's not even like that's going to give you a moonshot. Really, to get the big, big moves up, you got to get past all this volume, right? We have so much volume here. Once you get above this macro value area high, that's where you open up room to really come up to higher prices. As you can see, price has moved very quickly through these areas before. So once we flip that level to support, you are likely to get a quick move up. And then your next highest volume node, I mean, that's getting towards all-time high territory. So let's not get ahead of ourselves here. But, that is really, I'm not expecting much higher prices, for Matic until we start getting past all these high volume nodes. But there you go. Locally, that is basically what I would be looking for on Matic, is just looking to respect this range and kind of just bing bong around in this between this value area high and value area low. And there you go. Donato Cabrera says, smash that like button. How many do we have in here, guys? We got 400 and something likes, guys. We got almost 800 people in here. Let's get it up to 850 so we could give away Mad Crypto. And I'll maybe even give you a game-worn Frankie Candles hat that is sweaty and hot and smells like hair. Shout out to Jessica in the house, saying, pull that fib. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Continuing on here, let's get into our Biomex says, hat me, baby. Shout out to the Biomex. Let's get it, bro. Christian Dom said, stop yelling. And I say, no, it's my show. I'll scream as much as I want. Dylan, or whatever your name was. I don't even remember what it was. But I'm going to scream. I'm going to scream as much as I want. Let's go. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue on here. Let's see. Price of everything is stuck in a moment. Yeah, absolutely. Duck season. Let's go. All right. Agix. Let's go ahead and check out AGIX. We got the other TJ in chat, guys. Let's go. Shout out to the other TJ. Let's see. Hey, Frankie, I'm a noob. Can't wait to learn more when I join today. Let's go. Shout out to Omnipresent Divergence. Hey, let's go. Shout out to Omnipresent. Welcome in. And yeah, excited to be helping you. Bison says, love that energy, Frankie. Let's go. Shout out to Bison. Bison, are you telling me I should scream more? Is that what you're saying? Let me know. Because if you are, I am happy to scream a little bit more. Love the hats. Shout out to Matt. Shout out to Matt Lane. Let's go. Where are your manners, Frankie? What manners? I don't know why I'm doing this, but let's go. Shout out to Dave Digital. All right, continuing on. Shout out for the spice, Frank. Shout out to B Rabbit. We got Eminem in the house. Let's go. Let's see. Scream, just bring us the sauce. Let's go. Crypto Stew, you're funny, bro. All right, continuing on here. Taking a look at AGIX. Let's go ahead and pull some volume on it. Oh, baby. A little stuck between that value area low and your POC. If we pulled some volume on that, that'd likely be your value area high and value area low. There you go. But yeah, just kind of pinned between your value area low and your POC. VWAP's coming to the downside. Now, you could potentially, hard to say. You could potentially, I don't know. I wouldn't consider this a B-shape. This is almost like a lowercase B-shape profile, which would be a bearish profile, but it's not really because you have this spike of volume right here. But let's see. Shout out to Bison. Bison says, made more money with you in 10 days than I've made in the past 18 months. Let's go. Shout out to Bison. Bison. We're throwing money for you, bro. Let's go. Shout out to Bison. Making money with the CandleMafia. Bing bong. Let's go. Dang. That Dylan guy's probably gone by now, right? Was that his name? I don't know what his name was, but he's probably gone because I'm screaming now. Let's go. Shout out to Bison. Bison, congrats, bro. I don't know how much you made or how much, months of income is for you, but let's go. We're going to throw like 5K for you. Let's go. Shout out to Bison. Bing bong. Making money with the CandleMafia. Let's go. Did you make the money going up or down? Let me know. Let me know, bro. Let me know. Shout out to you. Prize equals hang out with Frankie. I wish we could do that. That would be sick. I'd be down for that. But let's go ahead and continue. Dave Digital said, no, Frankie, we would be concerned about the health of those that scream or rant too often, and we love you. Shout out to Dave Digital. I love you back. Shout out to G-Man in chat. But, guys, that Frankie money, shout out to B-Rabbit. Can we, okay, so continuing on here, guys. Let's go. Both ways, man. Let's go. That's the best way to get it, Bison. That's right. Going up and down. And this is the Frankie Candles YouTube channel where I show you how to make money trading Bitcoin, whether the price is going up and down. And if you want to question the legitimacy of that, just go hit up our boy Bison. But anyway, guys, congrats to Bison on your wins, bro. But let's go ahead and continue on here. You're just pinned between your value area low and your POC here. Now, really, let's come up to the daily and see if we could kind of pull anything away from the daily. Not a lot of, not a lot of information here. Your VWAP is coming back up. 12-hour green dot is confirmed. No bull div, but your 4-hour. Let's take a look at that 4-hour. Yeah, 4-hour VWAP is coming up. However, yeah, God, man, it looks like you want to reject again. I really hope this thing doesn't just get stuck between here again. But really, guys, what you're looking at here is this value area low is going to be at about 40 cents. Your POC coming in at 41 cents, and your value area high coming in at 43 cents. Excuse me. Let's see. Rob the Crypto Snob said, at Muhammad, we're not an investment channel. We do TA. Let's go. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. We are a TA channel. That is for sure. All right, let's continue on here. Creighton C said, hey, Bison, give me some money. Frankie said to hit you up. You guys are funny. But yeah, guys, if we get a move above that POC, this is where really the only case where I see that you're going to get out of this range is you have to flip that point of control, right? We're just stuck below this high volume node. So if you flip that POC, that's where you might get the ride up closer towards your value area high. And the reason I say closer is because you may have a local golden pocket. Oh, no, your local golden pocket is in perfect confluence with that value area high. So yeah. If you don't crack this level at 41 cents, you may just remain in this range. And then if we pull up our VPVR, kind of looking at some more macro levels, there we go. Yeah, your lows down here at about 38 cents right here, this white line. I'm going to go ahead and change this to bright red because that is the color of urgency. And if we break that red line, you would have to urgently close your longs because you may fall through that low volume gap down to your next highest volume node at about 36 cents. But yeah, so just looking at the volume here, guys, I do think that you may just wind up sticking in this range. If you flip that POC, that's where you may get a ride up to your value area high at about 43 cents. And if you get a move down to that value area low, I wouldn't really mind... Yeah, I wouldn't, if you lose the value area low, you're likely going to come down to your next high volume node at about 39 cents. But once you lose this red line at about 0.386 cents, that's where, you may get, again, quick move down to this red line. If you lose that red line, you might get a quick move down to about 36 cents. And then, honestly, pretty big volume fall off here, right? So if you lose that level, you're probably going to wind up eventually coming all the way back down to the lows here. But again, to wind up having that happen, you got to lose this current range, right? So if we did, wind up finding a, I would say if you don't lose this range, this is kind of your key level. If you don't lose this range, you should be good to kind of just continue to range or flip that POC and get a move up. However, if you wind up losing that value area low, you have that little secondary support down here. But if you lose that first red line, that's where I would expect bigger moves down for AGIX. All right, let's go ahead and continue on to STX. Let's go take a look at STX. Take a look at the Binance Tether chart. And here we go. As you guys can see, we have some of the most accurate TA around, as this wiggly line was exactly what we were looking for. I'm just kidding. This was probably an accidental drawing. I'm just joking, guys. But let's go ahead and take a look. I don't know if this is some kind of macro fib, but let's go ahead and take a look here, right? So I will say this. Your lows here are critical. These lows are critical because it does open the door to a potential move down to about 80 cents. So you don't want to come into, you don't want to break that level. You do not Do not want to break into this box. If you break into this box, you're likely going to go to 80 cents. However, you are currently holding above this. You're holding above this volume gap, which is a good sign. Now, taking a look at the daily. Money flow coming out pretty smoothly. Your VWAP is coming out, but overall, this would indicate a potential further downtrend if that money flow crosses over into the red. This VWAP coming up, if you do get a green dot, would indicate a little bit of a bounce to the upside. However, I wouldn't be expecting anything too crazy off of it because of that money flow fighting against you. If you pull your fib from the high to the low, I would even maybe pull it to here. You may actually wind up getting something like this where you get a little bit of a bounce off that daily to come test some of these retracement levels before breaking down further. But pull back up that volume. But yeah, these are, again, money flow coming out on the daily, just generally more bearish. Your 12-hour money flow crossover into the red is continuing here. Money flow continuing to come out. Taking a look at your 6-hour, green dot is printing. Yeah, slight bull div here. You did get a slight bull div, so you may get a bounce here. But essentially, you really just want to hold above this blue box. If you don't hold above this blue box, things are likely to get ugly for STX. But yeah, as long as you hold above this red line at about 84 cents, I do think you could potentially stay in pretty good shape here. And then pulling some fibs from the highs to the lows. Let me go ahead and draw this as a box. This would be a, if you do get a big move up, this would be a decent level of resistance to look at. And then I will pull a little bit of volume on the dang thing. You basically have your value area high, your value area low, and then your deviation range to the bottom and the deviation range from the highs, right? So again, sitting at the value area low, this is not the time to start getting into shorts, right? Doesn't mean that you can't break down from here. Oh no. Why is everybody screaming? Oh no. He said in the box. I don't know what's going on. Everybody's screaming. What's going on? I'm always in trouble. Creighton C, are you in trouble? Guys, I'm lost. I do not know what's going on in chat. But let's go ahead and continue on. It's that kind of famine here. Let's go. Shout out to Johnny Crypto Coiner. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Shout out to you. But let's continue on here, guys. Again, sitting at the lows of your range, I would expect some kind of a bounce here. Immediate resistance above you will be that POC coming in at 91 cents. And then you may get, that is basically the next level of resistance. But again, I don't know how much I would just expect, again, your real key level here is you want to hold this blue box. I don't think you'll come down into this blue box, but if you do, you want to hold above that top of that blue box because you're likely going to fall through this low volume gap, and that gives you that quick move down. That is something I would be keeping an eye on STX. And again, with that daily VWAP coming to the upside, a small bounce wouldn't be unlikely, but again, that money flow is more bearish. So I would lean towards a bigger move to the downside in the long term, maybe a short-term bounce in the short term. Let's see. Shout out to PS5 Future of Gaming says, Frankie Candles, you're the beast of TA from the Crypto Lifer family. We respect you so much in the crypto game. Much love, brother. Shout out to PS5 Future of Gaming. I appreciate that, bro. And shout out to Lifer. We love you guys too. Let's go. Two really great communities for sure. So shout out to PS5 Future of Gaming. I appreciate those kind words, bro. I really do. Thank you. Shout out to Super Cat for the super chat. Says, thanks for all you do, bro. Possible to take a look at INJ. Yes, we could take a quick look at INJ. No problem. Tyler on gaming. What is going on in chat right now? How is, Mrs. Candles is real, guys. Mrs. Candles is real. Chat is lit tonight. But let's go ahead and continue on. Certified TV, let's go. What's up, bro? But let's go ahead and take a look at INJ real quick here. Let's see. INJ. We'll take a look at the KuCoin chart. And she is flying, baby. $5.71 here. Now, I can already see here your VWAP on the daily is coming to the downside as well as your money flow continuing down here. Now, unless you're just faking into the red here to come up into another massive green wave, I don't know. It does look like you may be ready to, on that VWAP crossover, on that next red dot on your daily, you may be ready to spend some time in the red with your money flow. And yeah, I that's basically this daily. This thing has already ripped, right? This has ripped quite a bit, and your VWAP is already cooling off. So I would expect this to start cooling off very soon. Your 2-day also VWAP starting to round off. Taking a look at your 16-hour, red dot is confirmed here. Your money flow is in the green. So again, I wouldn't expect a massive collapse of price here, but with the 16-hour red dot and the daily starting to cool off, I would expect some kind of a move to the downside. You are putting in higher highs with your momentum generally coming out here. But let me find you some levels here. Let's pull a golden pocket. Bada boom. I'm going to go ahead and pull it from these highs. So there you go. Pulling it from this wick, which is essentially the start of that impulse to the downside. We are testing that 786 fib level. So if you do not hold this golden pocket as support and you break that down below, that is where you are likely to cool off a bit more. I'm going to go ahead and pull some volume here. Let me go ahead and pull some volume. Come on. You can do it, TradingView. You can do it. Oh, God. 10K in FTT Moonbag. Let's go. Oh, God. What did Dave do? Somebody call the cops on Dave. Oh, God. We need emoji. Oh, God. Is that? Oh, God. Dave? Dave, the police. The police are going to be at your The police are going to be at your front door soon, Dave, and we suggest that you give up early and easily. Do not make the SWAT team enter the door, Dave. Just wait for the purple and blue lights to be flashing outside and just come out with your hands up. The Candle Mafia will be here to take you into custody and bring you into the station for questioning, or the kitchen for questioning. Shout out to Dave. I think he's pointing out that I say which is impossible to not say. It really is. Talking for 2 hours straight is more difficult than you would imagine. So anyway, continuing on here. Testing that 786 would be a key level to break, right? If we break that level, that is where you may open up some further upside for INJ, right? Let's go ahead and pull up our VRVP. Let's see where the volume is, right? So once you get above that 786, guys, this is kind of our last little blip of volume here, at least on this chart. I believe this is probably most of the price action. But if we get above that 786, that may open up the door to some higher prices. And that is, yeah, I don't know if you're going to get above that 786. If you do, though, it could get exciting because you don't have that much above you. Obviously, you do have some levels here that you will likely respect as you have this little range up here. Oh, God. Let me unextend this to the right. Bada boom. Unextend it to the right. There you go, right? So you have that value area low down here. That is going to likely be a decent level to watch. And then, again, you have the confluence between that level and your golden pocket. So in case things do wind up getting crazy, this would definitely be a strong level to watch. I don't think you're really going to get up there right now, guys. But that is basically the next major level I would be looking at. Other than that, there's not much above that 786. So if you get I would expect some kind of a rejection here to cool off. If we do cool off, guys, I will be looking, number one, at that golden pocket for support. But mostly, I will be looking at that value area high / this level right here at about $4.75. So if we do wind up cooling off here, I will look for a bounce at this level at $4.75 to retest these highs. And if you continue down even more, I will look for a bounce off that value area high, coming in at about $4.41. Now, let's go ahead and check our other coins. Let's take a look at Atom. Taking a look at the Binance chart. And here we go. Taking a look at the daily. Green dot is printing. Money flow looking horrific. Yeah, green dot printing, money flow coming straight out, starting to curve off here, but it is definitely bearish. No bull div really on the daily. Take a look at your 2-day. Red dot is printing. Money flow is coming out. Your 3-day. Yeah, this is a little bit confusing. I would come down to these lower time frames. Take a look at your 4-hour. 4-hour VWAP is cooling off. I'm going to pull this volume from here to here. Yeah. So I would expect a rejection off this value area high. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to go through this pretty quickly, guys. Take a look at the 1 hour. So this is the range that I would be looking at. And I'm going to mark out these levels for you. Let's see. Value area low, value area high, or POC value area high. Let's go ahead and pull your fib from the low to the high. If we bring it up here, you'll probably get closer to that. Yeah, I'll take that one. But yeah, basically, guys, we did test that value area high with a no real bear div on your hourly. Money flow is back in the red on your 1 hour. Your 16 hour is cooling off, but no red dot. Basically, I would be looking for a rejection of that value area high, guys. And again, that major level of support is going to be that POC. And then eventually you may make it to your value area low. I would just be playing these ranges because, guys, right now, most things are trading in a range, right? Not everything, but most things are trading in a range, in which case I would just be looking to play these volume profile ranges, looking for longs at the lows and shorts at the highs with confirmations. Obviously, you don't want to just blindly long and short the levels, but yeah, that's basically what I'll be looking at. Your value area low is coming in at about $11.03. Your point of control is coming in at $11.11, and your value area high is coming in at $11.36. So those are basically the levels I would be looking for on Atom. Money flow crossover back into the green on the 4 hour. That would be more bullish long term. Your 8 hour money flow is kind of coming up there, and then these higher time frames generally, looks the 4 day actually looking very nasty on Atom. Money flow crossing over into the red. 5 day money flow looking a little bit better. Your 6 day money flow is curving up, and your weekly, this is not the best chart to look at. Let's go to the Coinbase chart. Much more price history here. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. I don't even know what. This is when we called Adam. This is when we were calling Adam for a big move, and I think it did wind up mooning shortly after that post. And then yeah, it wound up coming up 23%, and then eventually 56%. But let me go ahead and get rid of this. Really, all I wanted to do here was take a look at these higher time frames. Your weekly. Yeah, weekly money flow is coming back up with your VWAP. Your 6 day money flow is coming up with your VWAP. Your 5 day coming up. Money flow bearish on the 4 day. Your 3 days looking a little better. Honestly, your money flow does not look great on the higher time frames for Atom. However, money flow in the 16 hour is looking good. I would look to continue to range there, guys, and I would just be looking at those levels that I gave you just a few minutes ago on that other chart right here. Those are the levels I would keep an eye on for Atom. Just looking to continually play these ranges. And with all that being said, guys, that is all the time we got for tonight's live stream. Let's go ahead and start spinning that wheel of pain and pleasure. I don't know why I said that, guys. Let's see. I typed in pleasure into the Google bar, guys. It's a wheel. No, picker. There we go. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and spin that dang wheel. Dave Digital says, make no mistakes about it. We would not change one thing about you. Not one. We heart you for you as the perfectly flawed human you are. Truth. Shout out to Dave Digital. I love you back. Let's go. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. I love Adam. Yeah, I love Adam too. I also think that I think Adam will do good in the next bull market. Shout out to Cozy Babe. Cozy Babe says, Frankie, can we do Solana if we have time at the end? Yes, I'll do it for you, Cozy Babe, because you are an OG. Let's go. Becoming an OG. Let's get it. Pleasure me, Frankie. Whoa, Kendrick. Not that kind of channel. Let's go. Anyway, let's go ahead and spin that wheel. What do we got? 512 likes. We got 5 spins on tonight's wheel, guys. Let's go ahead and get it. Smash that like button. 561 in the his house. Guys, go ahead and smash that like button if you have not already. Absolutely rugged on that first giveaway. Let's go ahead. And I might have to unrig the wheel, guys. I think, shout out to Cozy Babe. I love you back. But yeah, I might have to make this wheel much harder to win, because I think what happened was I basically rigged the wheel in your favor, where even if we used to get, guys, this is crazy. We used to get more likes on the streams with less viewers. The more viewers we got, the less likes we got, which makes 0 sense. But I think it's because over time people realize that they don't really have to hit the like button because we spin the wheel 1,000 times every single stream. So I think what I got to do is I got to jack up the difficulty on this wheel. Let's see. We got 5 spins. Let's see. It's just so easy to overspin. All right, we got one more. Here we go. Let's see if we can get it. Spin numero cinco. Let's get it. 540 people in here. Let's go. How many spins? Cinco, baby. He means 7 spins when he says 5. Do not trust Frankie. Yes. Amrit. Yeah, that is exactly why I think Cozy Babe said bullish on the wheel. Let's go. I think that's why we don't get as many likes is because it has been rigged, but I'm going to change the difficulty right now. We got 4 out of 5 giveaways. That's for the mods. But here we go, guys. I'm going to go ahead and there we go. Yeah, I think, no, actually, yeah, I'm just going to weight it differently. This is going to be 1.5. And then the nopes are going to be much bigger. No, let's make it a 1. Giveaway 1. Here we go. And then we will add 2 more nopes and 1 more giveaway. And the nopes will be 2s. There we go. And the giveaways are 1. But we're gonna have to move them so they're not next to each other. Okay, we're gonna have to move them so they're not next to each other. There we go. There it is, guys. This is the new wheel. Let's see. This is now yeah, Cozy Babe. She's like, no, how could you do this to us? No, I'm just kidding, guys. We'll probably just change it back. But anyway, I just wanted to play with that. But shout out to Cozy Babe. We got 4 giveaways out of 5. Not a bad hit rate here. And Cozy Babe wants to see Solana. But she says actually, Cozy Babe actually wants to see Solano is what she said. But I'm not seeing a chart for Solano. So let's go ahead and take a look at Solana US dollar Coinbase chart. I'm going to go ahead and pull a little bit of a volume here. Yeah. God, it is boring today, guys. Just like everything else, this is sitting at the top of its local volume profile. Just put my name on the wheel. Let's go, Bionex. Shout out, Jessica. No! You guys are funny. Rob says buy eardrums. The new, let's go. I'm kidding, guys. We'll fix the wheel. I'm just joking. But anyway, just like everything else, we are sitting at the highs of this range. And it's like the most boring TA today on Earth. So, yeah, these are just the levels I would be looking at. I would be looking for a rejection off that value area high, especially as you are getting rejected pretty harshly at that 0 line on your 90-minute. Taking a look at the 10-hour. Green, yeah, looking to cool off. 6-hour, looking to cool off. 4-hour, looking to cool off. Money flow crossing over into the green on the 4-hour would be a good sign, but locally, yeah, I would look for a move to the downside. Rejecting the value area high, I would look for a potential move down to this level at about $20.72 for a potential bounce back up to your value area high and a potential breakout. Or if you get below that level, I would look for a test of your point of control coming in at about 20.55. But again, these are basically the levels I would look at, Cozy Babe. Just kind of in a range here at the highs of the range, looking like we want to get a rejection back down, potentially hit that POC. But again, I would look also at this level here at about 20.72, the level I just mentioned. And let's go ahead and pull a fib. Let's go ahead and pull that fib and see where it lands. See if we can find any confluence. Yeah, your point of control. Yeah, I would look for a move down. 2 major levels to the downside I would look at is 2072 and the golden pocket / POC coming in at 2056. But other than that, I'm just looking at the sideways ranges. Shout out to William Carey says, to Frankie, or maybe he meant to say, yo, Frankie, what is going on? But guys, with all that being said, that is going to be all the time we got for tonight's live stream. Time does fly when you're having fun. But yeah, that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. I appreciate you all for tuning in and sticking around till the end of the stream. Yeah, hopefully tomorrow, guys, we can break out of this range. Or at least get some kind of altcoin to fly so we can actually have something to look at, because it has been absolutely brutal watching prices just range around, going sideways, absolutely lulling everybody to sleep. But again, watch those bearish signals on the higher time frames for Bitcoin, guys. They would be calling for a bigger move down. And then again, if we do get that random, if we get a short squeeze to the upside for some reason, which is not out of the question, if you guys didn't see my market update from this morning, maybe go check that out. We check out some things on Coinalyze that may be indicating a potential short squeeze. But we are prepared in either direction. But again, it does take some time for those higher daily time frames to play out. And with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I'll see you tomorrow, same place, same time. Right here, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to my boy, DZ. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing, bang.
Tyler Ramos. You guys know that song? Let's go, guys. We hit 45,000 subscribers. I always want to say followers. I'm just kidding, guys. Shout out to the CandleMafia. I just saw you guys spamming that in chat. We hit 45K, guys. This is insane. It feels like just yesterday that we had like 6,000 subscribers, and we have since then grown this community into an unstoppable force of not only amazing traders, but amazing human beings, some of the friendliest, coolest people on the planet. Yeah, shout out to you guys. You know, not the biggest milestone, so we're not going to do like a victory speech or a thank you speech or anything. But hey, 45K is pretty crazy. Never in a million years, or maybe not a million years, but I did not think we would get here this quickly, guys. So shout out to you guys. I just got this the Frankie Candles belt because we're proud of this thing, guys. We won this together. You guys voted me in to get this award, but we're just using this. This is actually now the $45,000 subscriber award here. So we're going to put on the belt, baby. We're putting on the belt. Let's go. Shout out to the WWE. Oh, baby, it looks good. It looks good. You guys can't see it. I'll do a quick little calf raise for you. Yeah, shout out to the Candle Mafia. I appreciate all you guys so much. Really, from the bottom of my heart, you guys are the absolute best. Somebody unsubbed, unbelievable. But yeah, guys, shout out to the Candle Mafia. I really do appreciate every single one of you guys from the bottom of my heart. You guys tune in every single day. You show support on the channel. You guys show support in the comments. You watch all the videos. You smash the like button. That's why we like to do so many giveaways, and we like to give back as much as possible. So, if you're in here and you stick around for the after shows, you guys are the real ones. You guys are super, super supporters, and I appreciate you guys, all of you, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. 45K. Here's to 50,000 subscribers right around the corner, guys. And then we're halfway to getting our name on that building. But hopefully we get some good price action and more attention comes to crypto YouTube, and we can get there a little quicker than another year. But yeah, shout out to the Candle Mafia. I love each and every single one of you guys. I'm not just saying that. I really do mean it. I get to wake up and do what I love every single day, and it's all because of you guys. Thank you so much. And with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow, same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to my boy DZ, and shout out to Cozy Babe, Crimson Caravan Company, Kotan Stature, I never say your name right, Dave Digital, as always, David Brumbelow, not financial advice, Rob the Crypto Snob, as always, Kendrick, Matt Lane, Deepak, Jessica, Web3 Superstar, Creighton C, Sundeep Rouser. You all are amazing, and I love you all. That's all I got. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to DZ. That's all I got. Hasta Basta Mafia. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Tyler Ramos.